Hi students, in the last class we discussed about unit 2, that is what is meant by non-linear wave shaping. So coming for the non-linear wave shaping, so what is meant by non-linear wave shaping? Here we use the non-linear elements as a combination of linear elements for designing of a network. So non-linear network consisting of diodes and transistor as well as linear elements also. So by using non-linear network, we have to perform any wave shaping operation. So this particular operation is known as non-linear wave shaping. So for this particular non-linear wave shaping, so we have to majorly concentrate on the sinusoidal signals only. So in the linear wave shaping, we majorly concentrate on the non-sinusoidal signals. But here, the sinusoidal signals plays a major role. So when sinusoidal signal is passing through the non-linear network, the output changes shape. So this is a major principle of the non-linear wave shaping. So first of all, we have to discuss about the types of the non-linear wave shapings in the last class. So that one is clippers and clampers. What is meant by clipper? So clipper nothing but cutting and removing particular part of the input signal. For example, I want to remove the negative part of the input signal. So by using clipper, it can be possible. So that is a major thing about the clipper. So in our day-to-day life, clippers can be majorly used at television receivers and radio receivers. At the same time, it can be used at the communications. So in the communication purpose, clippers plays a major role. So that is about the clippers. At the same time, we differentiate the clippers based upon the different categories. So first just check the condition of the clipper, and again we have to discuss the about the clipper. So first what is meant by the clippers can be designed with the two elements, nothing by using diodes and transistor. First we have to discuss about the diode clippers, then we go for the transistor clipper. So diode clipper. So diode clipper nothing but again it can be divided into two types, that is so that one is so diode clipper can be divided into two types, that single level clipper and two level clipper. So what is meant by single level clipper? It can clips either positive part of the signal as well as negative part of the signal. So when sinusoidal signal is passing through the linear network, by using single level clipper we can clip either positive part or negative part. But by using two level clipper we can clip both positive as well as negative parts. So that is a major difference between these two, and we have to differentiate the single level clipper again in two types. So that is shunt and series. So shunt nothing but the diode. Here the diode plays a major role for the operation of clipping. So a diode which is connected in parallel with the input. So that these type of clippers are known as shunt clippers. So coming for the series clipper, a diode which is connected series with the input. So these type of clippers are known as series clippers. So in this class we discussed about the shunt type clipper. So generally shunt type clipper is again divided into two types, that is positive peak clipper and negative peak clipper, and these are again divided into three types, that is positive peak clipper with zero reference, and positive peak clipper with positive reference and negative reference, at the same time negative peak clippers also. In this session we discuss about the shunt clippers only. So later we go for the series clippers. So first of all, what is meant by shunt clipping? So as the name itself shunt nothing but the output so the output is taken across the diode. At the same time, the diode is in parallel with the input. So a diode, simply we can say the shunt nothing but a diode which is in parallel with the input signal. So this type of circuit is known as shunt clipper. So first of all we discuss again the shunt clippers are divided into two types, that is positive peak clipper and negative peak clipper. So first we have to discuss about the positive peak clipper. So what is the purpose of the positive peak clipper? So positive peak clipper. So as the name itself, it can clip the positive part of the input signal. So by using positive peak clipper, we can clip the positive part of the input signal. Nothing but the input signal is a sinusoidal signal. So by using this, we can remove the positive part of the input signal. So that is about the positive peak clipper. So generally the positive peak clippers are divided into three types, that is positive peak clipper with zero reference and positive peak clipper with positive reference and negative reference. So first we have to discuss about these three things. So first one is the positive peak clipper with zero reference voltage. So before discussing about these transfer characteristics as well as these operation, so we have to consider some steps in the last class how to design a clipper. So for designing of clipper, first of all we have to, the first step we have to know the condition, nothing but in which condition the diode will be on and which condition the diode will be off. We have to know the first that condition. At the same time we have to formulate the transfer characteristics. So coming for the formulation of transfer characteristics, it plays a very important role for the designing or for the transfer characteristics designing. So at the finally we have to draw the transfer characteristics. So these three are the very important steps. So first step will be the diode operation. So nothing but we have to analyze the diode operation. So irrespective of this circuit, first I have to know the condition of the diode. We have to know the condition of the diode. So where it can be on, in which condition it can be off, we have to discuss. So with the simple, already we have to discuss that diode consisting of two terminals, that is anode and cathode. So when anode voltage is more than the cathode voltage, so during that time only the diode is an on condition. Very important, that is, so anode voltage VA greater than VK. So during this condition only diode will be on condition. So in this time the diode is operate as a short circuit or closed switch. So simply we can say that diode acts as a switch. So simply we can say that it can be operate as a switch also. At this, in this time it can be acts as closed switch. So at the same time when VA less than VK, so VA nothing but anode voltage is less than the cathode voltage. So in this time only the diode can be acts as off switch. So these are the important terms for the ideal diode. So for the ideal diode, maybe VA is equal to 0, the diode is in on condition. But practically it can't be possible. So diode consisting of some cut-in voltage which is indicated with the V gamma. So when the anode voltage is 0.7 volts, nothing but V gamma, during this particular time only diode will be on condition. So where the diode will be on, simply we can say that the anode voltage is greater than the cathode voltage. At the same time the input voltage is 0.7 volts. So nothing but the anode voltage must be 0.7 volts or greater than 0.7 volts. So in this time only it starts conducting, nothing but it starts switching to on condition. So remaining times nothing but when VA less than VK and the input voltage is less than 0.7 volts. So in this time the diode will be off condition. So in this time it can be acts as a open switch. So there is a major condition we have to discuss about the diode, nothing but operation of the diode. So here we have to discuss positive clipper with the positive reference voltage. So as a name itself, positive clipper. So nothing but it clips the positive part of the input signal, and so with zero reference. As we know that diodes can be split in, nothing but clippers can be split in different ways. So based on the element used and based upon the biasing. So here the biasing nothing but so applying either any reference voltage or 0 volts or positive volts, that is about the biasing thing. So here we have to discuss, first one is a positive P clipper with 0 reference voltage. So that one is, so here the input is as we know that shunt clipper. So that's why the input is given to the resistor and output is taken across the diode. So simply we can say that the input is in parallel with the diode. So here the input is applied to the resistor and output is taken across the diode. So what is the input signal? So the input signal is a sinusoidal signal. So input signal is a sinusoidal signal. So first step one nothing but formulation of the diode diode characteristics, in which condition diode will be on and in the which condition diode will be off. We have to concentrate. So So for the diode on condition, for this diode on, so what is the condition for the diode on? Simply we can say that the anode voltage is greater than the cathode voltage. At the same time, the anode voltage must be 0.7 volt. So that is the thing. So while for the diode on condition. So as we see that sinusoidal signal, it is an input signal. So this sinusoidal signal is applied to this circuit. So before discussing about the circuit operation, we discuss about the sinusoidal signal. So what is meant by sinusoidal signal and how it can produce the output, we have to check. So sinusoidal signal nothing but it consisting of infinite voltage level. At each interval of time, the output nothing but the output voltage will be different. So in the x-axis we have to represent the time and the y-axis we represent the voltage or amplitude. So at this interval the voltage may be different, at this interval the voltage may be different. So at this interval the voltage may be high. So nothing but at particular interval the voltage may be different. So that is the thing about the sinusoidal signal. So here I am explaining, simply we can say that the input voltage may be a 5 volts. So it is 10 volts peak to peak. So this is the condition of V gamma. So V gamma nothing but 0.7 volts. So what happens? This signal is passing through the resistor and diode combination. We have to check. So first the signal will be starts as positive peak and next it go for the negative peak. So first a signal which is starts from 0 volts. First we have to apply this signal. So first it gives to the 0 volts. So in this condition diode acts as, so anode voltage is greater than the cathode voltage or not. So both are connected to ground, nothing but cathode is connected to ground and anode is given to the 0 volts. So in this condition diode is it on or off? The diode is on or off? Simply we can say that diode is in off condition only. So when it can be on? When the input voltage nothing but a sinusoidal signal reaches to V gamma position. So during that time only the diode will be on. So is it okay? So when the input voltage, that is the input sinusoidal signal reaches to 0.7 volts or nothing but V gamma. So in this time only the diode will be on condition. Why? Because the diode can be operated. So it consists of a cutoff voltage that is 0.7 volts. So that's why when it reaches to 0.7 volts, during this time only the diode will be on condition. So that is the thing about the diode. So nothing but the Vi greater than. So that is step 1, that is diode condition, nothing but diode operation. So a condition, so we can say that in which condition the diode will be on. So that is Vi greater than V gamma. Nothing but the input voltage is greater than the V gamma level. So here the above 0.7 volts the input will be nothing but the diode will be on condition. So that is the thing about the diode. And during this time diode is on condition, it can be replaced with the, so how the circuit can be replaced? So when the diode is on, what happens? Diode acts as closed switch or it can be on condition. So simply the circuit diagram will be like this. So that is R and the input Vi, and the diode will be, generally the diode will be off condition, but here a practical diode consisting of, so 0.7 volts across when the diode is in on condition also. So generally in short circuit path the voltage across short circuit path will be 0, but so in practical conditions it will be 0.7 volts. Why? Because when 0.7 volts is applied to the diode, so then only the output will be, then only the diode will be on. That's why the output across the practical diode is simply 0.7 volts. So that's then it can be replaced like this. That is V gamma. So this is V naught. So then what happens? Then V naught becomes, so across diode it can be replaced with the short circuit or it can be replaced with the V gamma. So then what happens? V naught is equal to V gamma. So when the input voltage is greater than V gamma, so then the output voltage is V gamma. So remaining nothing but more than V gamma, also the output will be V gamma, nothing. So simply we can say that above the V gamma signal we can't represent at the output side. So we can clip the signals above the V gamma level. So that is the thing about the when VI greater than V gamma. So when VI less than V gamma, what happens? So nothing but the input voltage is less than 0.7 volts. So compulsory the diode will be off condition. So it does not satisfy the principle of diode on condition. That's why diode will be off condition. So simply the diode can be replaced with the open circuit. So what is the voltage across the open circuit? Simply we can say that the input voltage is same as the output voltage. So then we get the input voltage across the output. So that is the thing when VI less than V gamma. So simply we can say that is VI less than V gamma. So nothing but the input voltage is less than 0.7 volts. So nothing but from here onwards and up to this position. So the input voltage is less than 0.7 volts. So then the diode is off condition. So that's why the circuit can be replaced like this. And resistor and the input voltage VI. And the diode can be replaced with the open circuit. And the output voltage across this V0 nothing but the voltage across this open circuit, simply we can say that the input voltage nothing but V0 is equal to VI. So that is. So here based upon this we have to solve the first step. Nothing but we have to calculate the diode condition. Nothing but we have to find out the diode operation. So next one is the formulation of the transfer characteristics. So for these, the important thing will be when the input signal is present at the output side, the transfer characteristics is indicated with the slope 1. So otherwise the input nothing but when input is not present at the output side, so in this time the slope will be 0. So that is the major thing about the formulation of transfer characteristics. For this, so we can say that the first condition is that is a VI greater than V gamma. So when Vi greater than V gamma, so then what is the output voltage? Simply we can say that the output voltage will be, the diode is in on condition, then the output voltage will be V0 is equal to V gamma. So in this time we can't produce an input signal at the output side. So that's why it can be represented with the slope 0. So this is step 2, that is formulation of transfer characteristics. So when Vi less than V gamma, so then what happens? When Vi less than V gamma, so then the diode will be off condition. So then the output voltage V0 is equal to Vi. So nothing but the input signal is reached at the output side. So in this time the slope is indicated with the slope 1. So that is our step 2, and third step and final step will be the transfer characteristics. So nothing but so finally we have to plot the transfer characteristics. So just check the transfer characteristics. So this one is the transfer characteristics. I have to redraw that again. So but we have to. So I have to explain this thing and I have to redraw we have to examine this. Just check the condition. So first, so this is an input signal. So nothing but a sinusoidal signal. So and what is the output? We have to check the condition next. And this is also input signal. So this is input signal. So note down these conditions, how they draw the transfer characteristics, that is very important. So generally it starts 0. So positive cycle starts from here, that is 0 and V gamma, and it reaches the maximum level. And again it is V gamma and this will be 0 and it reaches the positive level, nothing but minus value. So same line which is indicated with the transfer characteristics, that is V naught, and here I am representing this one. So when Vi greater than V gamma, so in this time the output is, what happens? When Vi greater than V gamma, the output is, simply we can say that the output is V gamma whole. Vi greater than V gamma, the output is V gamma. So in this time the slope is indicated with slope 0. So that's why, so this is the V gamma level. I am indicating this V gamma level at the transfer characteristic side, and this one is slope 0, and nothing but this is the time period T. When Vi greater than V gamma, so then, sorry, this is input voltage Vi. So this is V gamma level, nothing but more than V gamma level, the output is 0. That's why V gamma, sorry, not 0, that is V gamma, and the output slope will be 0. So again up to this V gamma, the output will be constant. We don't produce any output signal, that is indicated with the V gamma. So when Vi less than V gamma, so in this condition we have to produce the output signal. So that's why the slope is indicated with the slope 1. So nothing but less than V gamma, so we have to represent with the slope 1. So that is the thing. So for the transfer, so for this, how to draw the output waveform, that is very important. So this is V gamma. So we have to indicate the V gamma level here, and less than V gamma, the input signal is present at the output side. So nothing but as usually have to draw the input signal. So above the V gamma, we can't represent the input signal. So that is the thing about the transfer characteristics. Again I have to draw the these transfer characteristics, so with very clearly, and first we have to represent the slope. So at the, this is for the slope condition, and this is for the input, that is Vi, input voltage Vi, and here that this condition is known as V gamma, and this position is known as maximum voltage we have to occur, and this V gamma position is extended to above level, and at the same time, so this one is also extended to the final level, nothing but for the transfer characteristics. So from this equation we can say that when V greater than V gamma, the output is nothing but V gamma. So in this time the output voltage will be nothing but the output slope will be slope 0. So that's why we have to represent with the slope 0 or that is slope 0, and the voltage here will be V gamma, and the input voltage is less than V gamma, nothing but these condition and these condition also. So nothing but the output voltage is same as the input voltage, and in this time the slope will be 1, that is slope 1. So this is the slope and relationship between the input, and what is the final output? Simply we can say that the final output will be like this. So nothing but so this is an input signal which is indicated with the dot lines, and above this I have to draw the output signal. So that is at V gamma level, more than the V gamma level, the output is slope 0, nothing but the output will be V gamma. So that is above V gamma it can be cut, and below V gamma the signal will be a sinusoidal signal itself. So that is the transfer characteristics of the diode clipper. That nothing but a positive diode clipper with 0 reference voltage. So if you understand these things only, we have to solve the positive peak clipper with positive reference as well as positive peak clipper with negative reference. So this is about the positive peak clipper and their so transfer characteristics and the operation. For this I have to recall the information. Simply the input is given to the diode, resistor, and output is taken across the diode. So for this first we have to finalize the nothing but we have to know the condition of the diode, and next one we have to formulate the transfer characteristics. Finally we have to draw the transfer characteristics. So that is the things about this diode clipper, nothing but positive peak clipper with the positive peak shunt clipper. So next we have to discuss positive peak clipper with a positive reference voltage. So what is the difference between positive peak clipper with zero reference and positive peak clipper with a positive reference? So this concept is generally known as biasing. So positive reference nothing but so one terminal is connected to the V input, nothing but resistor. Another terminal of the diode will be connected to the ground. But here another terminal of the diode is connected to the reference voltage. So which reference we have to use here? So here we use the positive reference voltage, nothing but so the positive reference voltage we have to take that as so VR. So that is a positive reference voltage signal. So here the input is applied to the resistor and the diode is connected in shunt with the input signal, and the input another terminal of the diode generally connected for the ground for the zero reference, but here we have to consider a positive reference that is which is indicated with the VR. So with simply we can say that we are nothing but with a small example how to explain this operation. So then we have to realize the transfer characteristics. So for example we have to take VR is equal to 2 volts. VR is equal to 2 volts, as we know that the V gamma nothing but 0.7 volts. So then we have to realize the transfer, nothing but we have to find the condition of the diode. So then only we go for the transfer characteristics. So first, so in which condition the diode will be on? So as we know that the input voltage is nothing but the VA anode terminal is more than the cathode. So then only diode will be on. At the same time, so the input voltage must be 0.7. That is a condition about the diode. So for example, so the input signal will be a sinusoidal signal. So which consisting of 5 volts peak, 10 volts peak to peak, nothing but at the positive side it can be represented with the 5 volts and the negative side it can be represented with the minus 5 volts. So this signal is passing through this circuit, what happens we have to check. So simply this is known as V gamma level and this is known as VR plus V gamma level. Nothing but VR nothing but 2 plus V gamma nothing but 2.7 volts. So then we have to find the condition. So first we have to apply the 0 volts. So when the 0 volts is applied to the diode, so diode will be off condition. So simply an ideal diode is in off condition when practical diode will be off condition when the input voltage is 0 volts. So then I have to apply the V gamma volts. So gradually it increases. So when it reaches to the V gamma level, so then anode terminal is 0.7 volts, but cathode terminal which is connected to 2 volts. So during this time the diode is on condition or it may be off condition. So simply the diode will be off condition only. Why? Because here the cathode voltage is more than the anode voltage. So that's why the diode is off condition only. So up to which condition it can be off condition? Simply we can say that so when the input voltage reaches nothing but the input reaches VR plus V gamma level, up to this condition the diode is in off condition only. So when it reaches to the VR plus V gamma level, nothing but so VR nothing but 2 volts and V gamma nothing VR plus V gamma nothing but 2.7 volts. So when it reaches to this level only, the output will be So when it reaches to the 2.7 volts, the output will be on condition. So remaining time it can be off condition. So that is the thing about this condition. And first we have to check like this. That is simply we can say that a very simple technique. So for a shunt positive clipper, Vi greater than V gamma. So in this condition diode is in on condition. When Vi less than V gamma, diode is off condition. So for reference, so maybe is a positive reference, add the content, nothing but VR plus V gamma. So and for negative content, add this content, that is minus VR plus V gamma. That is a simple thing and the operation will be same. So simply we can add the reference voltage and operation will be same. So, but it can change the transfer characteristics. That's the only thing. So here, the first condition, that is Vi greater than Vr plus V gamma. So as we discussed that the input voltage is more than the, or nothing but anode voltage is more than the reference plus cutoff voltage. So during this time only the diode is on condition. So remaining times the diode will be off condition. So in this time the diode is, it can be acts as on condition, sorry, off condition. Simply the diode, the waveforms, the circuit will be right like this, and it can be indicated with VR and input Vi and output V0. For generalized ideal diode, the output will be VR, but we are using a practical diode. So the cutoff voltage for the practical diode will be V gamma. So that's why, so the output will be VR plus V gamma. So when the diode is in off condition, but nothing but it can be acts as short circuited. So but the voltage across this diode will be VR plus V gamma. So why? Because VR will be there and the diode cut-in voltage will be V gamma. Both are added and the output will be V0 is equal to VR plus V gamma. VR is VR plus V gamma, that is output V0. So this is step 1, nothing but first Vi greater than VR plus V gamma condition. So next that is Vi less than VR plus V gamma. What happens? We have to check here. So that is input voltage is less than VR plus V gamma. So as we know that, so anode voltage is less than the cathode voltage. So simply we can say that here that is VR, and for diode on condition it can be more than the, and nothing but the cathode is less than the anode at the same time, but here it consisting of VR plus V gamma, nothing but cut-in voltage and the reference voltage will be added, and this voltage, when the anode voltage is less than VR plus V gamma, then diode will be off condition, so it can be replaced with the open circuit. Diagram will be like this. So the VR voltage is as usual, that is Vi and V0. So simply we can say that the voltage across the short circuited path is simply same as the input voltage. So that's why the V0 is equal to Vi. So simply, so for shunt clipper with positive reference, we have to know the condition of shunt clipper with shunt positive clipper with zero reference. We have to solve the positive reference as well as negative reference. So simply by adding VR or by subtracting VR. So that's enough. More than that we can't. So that is a easy technique for finding of the output. Simply we can say that when Vi greater than VR plus V gamma, so in this condition diode is on condition. When the diode is on condition, the voltage is generally V gamma, but here the reference voltage is present. So that's why the output voltage is VR plus V gamma, which is nothing but the output voltage is reference voltage as well as the cut-in voltage. So this is a diagram, and when the input voltage, that is Vi less than VR plus V gamma, so in this time the diode is off condition. Why? Because the cathode voltage is more than the anode voltage. So that's why the diode compulsory is in off condition. So then simply the diode is replaced with the open circuit. So the voltage across the open circuit is simply the input voltage. That's why V0 is equal to Va. So this is the step 1. For finding of step 2, we have to discuss, that is the formulation of the transfer characteristics. So step 2, nothing but formulation of the transfer characteristics. Step 2, that is formulation of transfer characteristics. So for this, simply we can say that when the output is present at the input, when the input is present at the output, in this time the slope will be 1, remaining time the slope will be 0. So for the first condition, that is Vi greater than VR plus V gamma, in this time the output V0 is equal to VR plus V gamma. So in this particular time we can't produce any input signal at the output side, or we can't reach the signal is not reached at the output side. So then in this particular condition the slope will be 0. So that is Vi greater than VR plus V gamma. So in this time that is output V naught is equal to VR plus V gamma. So in this time the slope will be 0. So in the second step, that is Vi less than VR plus V gamma. So that is Vi less than VR plus V gamma. So then the output voltage V naught nothing but diode is an off condition. The output voltage V naught nothing but Vi. So then the slope will be 1. So that is the thing about the formulation of the transfer characteristics. And finally we have to draw the transfer characteristics. So check these transfer characteristics. So again we have to follow the same process. So that is the input is represented. So here that is a sinusoidal signal. So up to this position is known as V gamma, and this position is known as VR plus V gamma. So is it okay? So then VR plus V gamma level is increased at the upside, at the same time final level is also increased. So for indication we can't represent this line also. For the indication just we have to represent, or we can't represent this line also. And simply we can say that, so this is input voltage, the Vi greater than VR plus V gamma. So then what happens? The input voltage is more than the VR plus V gamma, then diode is off condition. So in this time the output is VR plus V gamma only. In this time the slope will be 0. So this is our indication, it is also Vi, and here VR plus V gamma, and this is greater than VR plus V gamma. The output is only VR plus V gamma, and this is indicated with the slope 0. So again the input voltage Vi less than VR plus V gamma. So the input voltage is less than VR plus V gamma. Then what happens? Diode is off condition. In this time it can be axial, nothing but the output is indicated with the slope 1. So that is less than VR plus V gamma. Okay, we can represent the slope 1. So from this we can say that, or we can draw the diagram like this. So that is a sinusoidal signal. So more than VR plus V gamma it can be cut, and less than remaining output will be produced. So again have to draw these waveforms for clear explanation. Simply we can say that, so this is an input signal. So it consisting of V gamma, and this level is VR plus V gamma. And this is for the slope. That is V naught. Here it is indicated with the VA. When slope nothing but the input voltage is greater than VR plus V gamma, nothing but we have to indicate the VR plus V gamma. So that is VR plus V gamma. Here it is also VA. So when the input voltage is greater than VR plus V gamma, the output voltage. So here also we have to represent VR plus V gamma. So that is the thing. And so when it reaches more than VR plus V gamma, the output is VR plus V gamma only. So that is VR plus V gamma. So that is slope 0. So less than VR plus V gamma, nothing but this is 0 and minus V gamma and minus VR plus minus V gamma and so on up to final. So less than this signal, the output will be slope 1. For the output waveform, so we have to write like this. So same as first we have to draw the input waveform with the dotted lines. So this is indicated with the dotted lines, that is the input signal. So again I have to draw the output signal, that is when V input, that is Vi greater than VR plus V gamma. So then what happens, the output signal will be 0. So nothing but more than VR level, this is the more than VR level, that's why it can be eliminated, and the remaining input signal is present at the output. So as a name itself, so positive peak clipper which can clip the positive part of the input signal, so with the reference level. So this is about the positive peak clipper. So in the next class we discuss about remaining one, that is a positive peak clipper with a negative reference voltage as well as shunt negative clipper. So that is about the positive peak clipper with positive reference voltage. So thank you. So in the next class we have to discuss about that is a positive peak clipper with a negative reference voltage as well as a negative peak clipper with zero reference voltage. We have to discuss in the next class.